Hey guys, what's up? This is XWolfX here, and have a happy Halloween. Yeah, I know it's a little early, but I don't know if I'll be in town or not to actually film a Halloween video, because this deck was originally supposed to be a Halloween deck theme and all that fun stuff, and I apologize, guys, about that, but this deck is pretty fun for trick and treats, or just for the trolls. Now, this is Ghostricks. There's three different kind of builds that you could do. Well, I think there's more than three, but the three I really know about, the one where you just attack directly and flip, the milling, and then there is the monarchs. This one's actually the milling one, so it's really fun. But if you get like Black Rose or Exciton Knight, that really hurts this deck. But this deck's really good too because Heavy Storm is no longer a thing. So it allows you to go off with a lot of your plays. But alright, now let's get started on this deck list. We play 3 Ghostrick Skeletons. Alrighty, for what you guys don't know, basically this whole deck you're not attacking at all. I mean, you can, but it's not really going to do much. He's a 3-star... Yeah, he's a zombie. 3-star zombie, 1200 attack, 1100 defense. Just like with all Ghostricks, once per turn he can flip himself face down. Now his effect is mandatory when he is flipped, and what happens is for every Ghostrick card, including himself, he makes your opponent mill from the top of their deck. So potentially, if you have 5 Ghostrick monsters, you can make your opponent mill five monsters, or not 5 monsters, but 5 cards off the top of their deck. The best part is it mills them. Yeah, it mills them, but it banishes them at the same time and they're face down, so your opponent cannot look at what they're milling. Which is kind of weird, but at the same time it's funny because if you hit like vital cards of their deck, they're not going to know. They're going to be like, well, this is just got weird and awkward, and it's just funny to do and watch your opponent get kind of ragey about. The only downside, and keep in mind, this is the heart and soul of this version of the deck. The only downside is he can only go off once per turn. So it's best to kind of like save your other 2 if you have them on the field, just in case if someone Dark Holes or Regekis, because that also hurts this deck. But yeah. So try to keep him alive as long as you can and just keep milling and milling and milling for turns. And remember, guys, once again, he has a once per turn effect. So you can't have 3 copies and keep doing it. Alrighty, next. 3 of Jing Shi, whatever the talisman dummy thing, whatever it is. Once again, 3-star, 400 attack, 800 defense. He can flip just like every other Ghostrick monster once per turn. And when he is flip face up, you can add one Ghostrick monster to your hand whose level equals up to however many Ghostrick monsters you have. So once you have 3 on the field and 3 face up, well, if you have like 2 already face up, then you flip him, you can pretty much search any of your Ghostrick engine at that point. Which most of the time you want to search for Jack Frost or Mary, so you can get your skeleton as quick as possible. And I think he is once. Yeah, you can only use his effect once per turn as well. So you can only flip 1 up. Alright, now the odd monster's out. 2 Needleworm, just to get extra milling off, because it's funny. I would play 3, but I don't feel like it's necessary, and I rarely use them, but sometimes they actually have one in a game that way, and it's just really funny to do. Because most people don't expect this card. I play 2 Jack Frost, which, if you guys don't know what he does, when your opponent attacks you directly, he can... Yeah. When an opponent attacks you directly, he can reveal himself, flip that monster face down, and special summon himself face down. So it helps you get Ghostrick monsters on the board. And the reason why I play 2 is because you also have 3 Lantern, which is pretty much just another Jack Frost, except it just negates the attack. And he does get special summon face down in defense, except also versus where Jack Frost can only do it from direct attacks. He also, if your Ghostrick monsters are getting targeted, he can stop the attacks. And then you have 3 Ghostrick Spectre, which what he does is if one of your Ghostrick monsters get destroyed, you can special summon face down, and then you draw a card, and it's really fun to do. and he's not limited to once per turn, so if somehow they keep destroying, you can be like, haha, troll, troll, troll. And then the last one, Mary. Now, this is one of the best ones, especially if you get attacked directly, because yes, you'll still take the damage, but once you do, you discard her. Yeah, it's whenever you take damage. That's nice. You can discard her, special summon one Ghostrick monster, so most likely your Skeleton or your Searcher, Yang, whatever, the doll thing. And then you special summon face down defense, and then you go off with your regular plays. Now onto the spell lineup. 3-pod duality, just to get through your deck quicker and get the cards that you need. Most likely you want to get the doll, Skeleton, or Messenger of Peace, which I'll go over Messenger of Peace if you guys don't know what he does, but I'll do that when I get to him. 3 Book of Eclipse, because this card's fun. Change all face-up monsters on the field to face-down defense position during the end phase. Flip up all face-down monsters your opponent controls. Yeah, basically flip them, all the monsters your opponent controls face up, and for each card that your opponent flips, they draw one, which most of the time would be bad, because, like, oh, hey, I'm giving opponent advantage. Well, in this, since you're trying to mill them out, you're making them draw more. It's just funny to watch, because they're like, oh, crap, I have to draw more, and my deck's getting really thin and thin. Then I have and then in this, I have 2 Gravekeeper Servants. When your opponent attacks, they have to mill the top card of their deck. So, potentially, some people play 3. I like it at 2. Just because sometimes it's just not necessary, especially with Messenger and Peace on board. But when you get 2 out, and then you can get Skeleton like milling 2 or 3 a turn, that's 5 cards that they'd have to really watch out for the whole time. And it's just funny to watch. 3 Messenger of Peace. Now this is the best spell card of the deck, because it allows your Ghostrick monsters to be unharmed the whole time, unless your opponent plays like monsters with 1400 or less attack, which most likely can't get over the Ghostrick monsters. So this is the best card, because during your standby phase, you only pay 100 life points. Oh no, 100 life points to protect myself? That's really not a bad cost. Especially at 3, it gives you the most consistent results. And then if they destroy one, you can always have others as backup. And duality is amazing with that, to search that out. Then I play 3 Ghostrick Parades. Now this is for if you don't have your Messenger of Peace out. When your opponent... it protects your Ghostrick monsters, because monsters cannot attack face-down defense monsters. But they can attack directly if all monsters their opponent controls are face-down. No, you can't do battle damage, which in this build doesn't really matter. When your opponent attacks you directly, you can search for your Ghostrick. So you can be like, okay, off this one, I want to search for my Mary. So for next attack, and this is every time they attack. So, okay, next attack, I'm going to search for Jack Frost. Guess what? They swing again. Oh, hey, you search, and then you can use Jack Frost in that same turn, because you can chain Jack Frost. And it's just fun. Now, keep in mind, you cannot chain the card you are searching, though, because this has to resolve first, and then you have to search. But other than that, it's free game. And then I play 2 Ghostrick House, just in case if you cannot get your Messenger Piece in time, or your Threatening Roars, which I'll go over here in a bit. Monsters cannot attack your face down, just like the other one. But all attacks and all effect damage and a battle damage is cut by half if it's not a Ghostrick monster. So this really helps out a lot. And then I play 3 Threatening Roar, because it allows your opponent not to attack. So if you don't have that Messenger Piece yet, you can be like, Threatening Roar. And then I play 2 Ghostrick Panic. You target any number of face-down basically monsters you control. You flip them face up, and then you flip your opponent's monsters face down. So it allows you to basically mill on your opponent's turn / protect your monsters. So this is real fun to play to do. You activate this, flip up 5, mill their 5, then activate Book of Eclipse, and then you make them draw 5. And then right there, you've already taken down 10 cards. So it's really fun. And that's about it, guys, with this video. I hope you guys like it. If you do, please like and subscribe, and have a safe and fun Halloween.